So I'd like you to start off just telling us a little bit about yourself or your husband with aphasia. So what happened during his stroke?
Well, unfortunately, I wasn't home the night that Tom stroked. We were supposed to go out that evening, and he just kind of was just feeling a little bit punked and working on the computer. But anyway, we went out, and when I came back at 10 o'clock at night, through the grace of God, Tom had made it down a flight of very severe steps, but he had literally lost consciousness in his chair. So after getting all the initial MTs and people involved in it, he was diagnosed with a massive stroke. Not by a clot, but by a bleed. And I was told that he most likely wouldn't make it to a room. But here we are, a year and a half out, and he certainly is making progress. He's just doing very, very well.
How has the aphasia affected your life?
Oh, wow. How hasn't it affected our life? You know, every moment of every day from that fateful day has become a learning experience for both of us. I've often referred to it as our stroke because it never affects one person. Aphasia, apraxia, walking, all of the things that go with a brain injury affect everyone, every single person in your life. So it's been a challenge. It has been a challenge.
And so does Tom have some physical deficits as the result of the stroke?
Yes, and they were quite severe for the first year. His whole right side was affected. He was already blind in one eye, that he lost his sight to glaucoma years ago. But he also has difficulty hearing, and his coordination is not quite right. So it's been very, very difficult. And even as he learns to get the use of his limbs and things back, it's not totally, he doesn't actually comprehend exactly what's happened to him completely.
How long has it been since his stroke?
April 19th, 2012. So we're looking at about 17 months, I guess, 16 months.
And do you guys have family that helps out?
Yes and no. Right now, I've got family support so I can be here and take advantage of this, which has been wonderful. But for the first year, my sister is close by, thank goodness, and she's been a tremendous help. But my children are scattered all over, so it's just been difficult for them. They all work to be available on an everyday basis. So it's been Tom and I.
Do you have any advice for other caregivers or families with aphasia based on your experience?
Advice for caregivers. I learned early on that I'm no good to Tom if I'm not okay myself. And sometimes that thought becomes overwhelming because I think to myself, what would happen if something happened to me? Really, what would happen? So I have tried very hard this last year to get my rest, to eat a little bit better, to relax a little bit more, and to continue to enjoy Tom. Tom has been afflicted by this, but he's here and he's there. And I talk to him and I relate to him, and that helps me. Because a lot of things are lost. Part of your marriage is lost, your conversation is lost, memories are lost, but everything is not lost. And I think as a caregiver, if you look at the person that you're caring for, especially if it's your spouse and a deep loved one, you realize how blessed you are in the end, that they're still trying and you're still here and able to make it through.